Zico, born in 1953, came from a lower middle class family of Portuguese origin. Like many young Brazilians, he spent much of his youth cutting classes to go play on the streets and dreamed of being a professional footballer. His passion for the sport made him famous in the neighborhood, where people would gather to see the boy's amazing performances against older children and teenagers. In 1967, at 14 years old, while playing for his team River, Zico scored 9 goals and caught the attention of the radio reporter Celso Garcia, who then asked Zico's father to take him to a trial at Flamengo. Zico succeeded in the trial and now began his path towards becoming one of the most admired players in the club and history of the sport.
In his first spell at the club Flamengo, Zico was a key player during the most glorious period of time in the team's history. On the field, Zico made plenty of goals in unimaginable ways, and was well known for his amazing free kicks he would always score. He was also a great assister, a team organizer, and was known for his excellent vision of the field. Zico led his teammates at Flamengo to win the 1981 Copa Libertadores, 1981 Intercontinental Cup, and 4 National Brazil titles in 1980, 82, 83, and 87.
After receiving offers from AS Roma and AC Milan, moving to Italy seemed right and the $4 million proposal from Udinese was on the table. Such amount of money made bigger clubs pressure the FIGC that blocked the transfer expecting financial guarantees. At the end of the controversy, the deal went through and left Flamengo fans in sadness, while Udinese fans were dreaming of better days. In the 1983-84 Serie A season, his partnership with Franco Calcio promised to take Udinese to a higher level. Zico's free kicks caused such an impact that Italian TV sports programmers would debate on how to stop them. Despite his excellent performance, the club season ended in disappointment as Udinese, in spite of scoring almost twice as many goals as the previous year, only gathered 32 points and was 9th in the final standing. His personal top-scoring dispute against Juventus' Michael Platini was exciting. Zico scored 19 goals, one fewer than top scorer Platini, having played 4 matches fewer than the French footballer due to an injury. Plus, he was voted 1983 Player of the Year by World Soccer magazine. His following season would be punctuated by injuries and suspensions for openly attacking referees. He also used to complain about the board's lack of ambition for not signing competitive players, which made the team too dependent on him. Furthermore, Italian tax officials pressed charges against him for tax evasion. Pressured by this, Zico delivered an amazingly displayed against Diego Maradona's Napoli, his last match as a bianconero, and returned to Brazil and Flamengo, sponsored by a group of companies. He became a fan favorite with his spectacular goals and is still adored now by all Udinese fans.
He made his international debut in the South American qualifier to the 1972 Summer Olympics, playing 5 matches and scoring the qualifying goal against Argentina. Despite this fact, he wasn't called up to the Munich Games. He felt extremely frustrated and told his father in dismay he wanted to stop playing football. He was also absent from training at Flamengo for 10 days, being later convinced otherwise by his brothers. In the 1978 World Cup against Sweden, Zico headed in a corner kick into the goal in the final minute of the match, apparently breaking out 1-1 tie. However, in a call that became infamous, the Welsh referee Clive Thomas disallowed the goal, saying that he had blown the whistle to end the match while the ball was still in the air. The 1982 World Cup would see Zico as part of a fantastic squad, side by side with Falcão, Sócrates, and Junior. In spite of his 4 goals and great skill by that squad, the team was defeated by Paolo Rossi and Italy in the second round. He played in the 1986 FIFA World Cup while still injured, and missed a penalty during irregular time in the quarterfinal match against France. The match ended in a tie, which led to a shootout. Zico then scored his goal, but penalties missed by Sócrates and Júlio César knocked Brazil out. Having been cleared of all tax evasion charges by Italian officials in 1988, Zico decided to pay a tribute to Udine, the city that madly welcomed him 6 years before, and played his farewell match from the Citizen in March 1989, losing 1-2 to a world's all-star team at Stadio Friuli, the home stadium of his former club, Udinese.
Upon returning to his former club Flamengo in 1986, he made his debut against their iconic rivals Fluminense. He played his first game back alongside with his debut of his teammate on the national team soccer. They went on to win 4-1 with a spectacular performance from Zico, who ended the match with a hat-trick, and one goal from Bebeto, another national team all-star. Only 1 month after returning to Flamengo, he suffered a severe knee injury after a violent tackle from Bangu's defender Maxio Nunes, which interrupted his career for several months. Recovered from injuries, things improved for Zico in 1987 when he led Flamengo to its 4th national title. December 1989 marks Zico's last official appearance for Flamengo in a Brazilian national championship match against rivals Fluminense. Zico scored the first goal and Flamengo went on to win 5-0.
2 months later, at Maracanã, he would play his last match ever as a Flamengo player, facing a World Cup Masters team composed of names like Eric Goretz, Claudio Gentile, Franco Cassio, Alberto Tarantini, Jorge Valdano, Mario Kempes, Paul Breitner, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, and Falcão. With 731 matches for Flamengo, Zico is the player with the second most appearances for the club. His 508 goals make him the club's top scorer ever.
Till this day, Zico is viewed as the best player to ever wear the Flamengo jersey, and is admired by his fans across the world as one of the greatest of all time.
Adivinha quem vai bater? É o camisa 10 da Gávea.